We all want to be on Santa's good list when the time comes for Christmas to roll around. But the Better Business Bureau has just issued their list of this year's 12 scams of Christmas. A lot of people who should be getting coal in their stockings. Apparently, the National Retail Federation predicts the first $1 trillion holiday shopping season has high stakes here when it comes to all of these different scams. So let's go over it with a member of the Better Business Bureau who's joining me now, Steve Bernas. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me today. Greatly appreciate it.
Okay, let's go over this list. I see it starts with misleading social media ads, and they certainly flood your timelines, those that may be legit and the ones that could be slipping in right now.
You're right. They do flood your computer, and these ads pop up. They follow you around, the marketers, so they know what you're looking at, and all of a sudden you get these unbelievably low prices. So we're seeing a lot of fake offers on those sites. You really have to know who you're doing business with. A lot of times when you see those ads, you don't know who it is behind it. So you click on the link, you think it's a reputable retailer and maybe a scammer in the weeds waiting to take your credit card information. So it's best to do the research on the organization before doing business with them. As you said, there's a lot of great businesses out there, but unfortunately, a lot of them, the scammers, have shifted over to the social media side now.
It's so hard. And then you factor in AI scams, and it just goes even deeper than that.
Right, AI scams are terrible. They really have perfected it more and more. They can build a website in 90 seconds now. They can build fake websites. They can build fake products, fake ads, make it look like it's an authentic website. It's been around for a while. So AI has come a long way. They use celebrity endorsements now that are fake, some of them. So again, you got to be careful because AI can make it look like the real thing, and it's really scary when you get into because you don't know where this information you're giving is going.
And we see that in so many different ways. I mean, we were just speaking with, a former detective who was talking about sextortion and things like that. A lot of people, putting out information and you don't know where it's going. It comes back around to that time after time. What are social media gift exchanges?
Well, gift exchange, remember like the secret Santa gifts and things of that nature, or secret sister gifts exchange, or wine exchange, where you send out one gift and you'll get 10 in return. Now they're using the Santa gift dog treat. So basically, you're buying a dog toy and you'll get more in return. Any of those types of offers where you send one, you'll get more in return is a pyramid scheme, and it's against the law according to the postal. It's a chain letter basically, and you send something out, you're not going to get anything in return. So, and they're against the law to do it as well. So avoid those at all costs.
Okay, one thing that a lot of people don't avoid is an opportunity to talk to Santa this time of year. And so there are some holiday apps that would give you that opportunity.
Right, there's a plethora of holiday apps out there. Some are legitimate, some are not. Especially parents, we want you to make sure that before your child downloads these apps is to check out the privacy policy of these apps, what they're taking. And some of these apps are free, and sometimes with the free comes a lot of the ads, and sometimes they could put spam or malware on your phone and or computer. So it's best to do the research on the apps before downloading. Let your children know not to download those apps until you had a chance to look at them, and especially the free ones, because you never know what's going to be in those free ads or who's running those ads.
Yeah, that in large part has to do with the kids, but even for the adults, these fake texts saying that you have been hacked, I don't know who has not received one of these.
Right, we all get them. I get them myself, but they're increasing because they work, unfortunately. They put that pressure on that something is wrong, you've been hacked, you've got to do something quickly, click on this link. You should never do anything quickly. We have the 30-minute rule at the BBB, nothing in 30 minutes. You want to do your checking. The only thing you should do in 30 minutes is actually buy a pizza. Other than that, you do your homework, do your research, especially putting the fear something's wrong, but you got to click here. If you're not expecting it, don't click on that link. If you think it's from your bank, or if you think it's from your mortgage company or credit card company, call them directly or go to their website directly without clicking on those links.
Some gift cards can be like some of the best gifts, obviously, if you don't really know what to get somebody. But now we're seeing free gift cards that are offered to scam you? What's up with that?
Well, they're asking you to do things. You get a free gift card if you fill out this survey or if you give us information. And there is no free gift card. It doesn't come in the mail weeks later like everybody has promised. So the Better Business Bureau has seen an increase in that. Stay away from free gift cards. There's always a catch to it. And a lot of times they can, sometimes they can put malware or spam on your computer by simply clicking on a link. So stay away from those offers. There's no such thing as a free gift card. There's always a catch to it. And be very careful on those.
And everybody's looking for a break this time of year for so many different reasons. And so holiday jobs, temp jobs, that's something that a lot of people look for, seasonal jobs. But how are people taking advantage of that?
Well, the scammers are basically making it look like they're imposter. They're saying that they're a company when they're actually not. And what's really devious behind that is they say you got this great job. They actually go through the interview process with maybe 2 or 3 different people, thinking this is a legitimate organization. Then they ask you for your bank account number to deposit your check, or they ask for your social security number, which you normally have to give when you're working for somebody. But unfortunately, they're using that information to steal your identity as well. Again, a lot of the retailers are looking for holiday help. There's an increase in those types of offers, but make sure you're dealing with a reputable source and not just clicking on a link saying these got these great holiday jobs. Do some research on them before giving them any information. And they're going through the whole rigmarole in terms of hiring. So they're actually doing the interview process, making you think it's a legitimate organization when it's not.
Yeah, same as making you think something is a legitimate website when it's not. These are hard to spot.
They are hard to spot. In the old days, you could tell by, grammar errors or misspelled words. Now with AI and the technology today, there's a lot of fake websites for a lot of the well-known products, whether it be a purse or high heels or electronics. They create these types of websites that are counterfeit websites. They may have one character different in the URL when you think you're dealing with somebody and you're not. So be very careful. That's our number one scam at the Better Business Bureau throughout the year is online scams. It's the 4th year in a row because people, like you said, $1 trillion is going to be spent this holiday season. The scammers goes where the people are at. Ever since the pandemic, a lot of people have shifted their focus in buying online. There's a lot of great retailers, but unfortunately the scammers are in the weeds waiting to take on get your money.
Oh, yeah, in so many different ways. Even the fake charities for people who have a giving heart this time of year.
It's really heart-wrenching stories when you see that. It happens all the time, especially during the holiday season, because the charities usually get their donations, large donations, in the last 2 months of the year. So people are trying to make their year-end donations. Everybody's in a gift-giving mood, but if it's not going to the charity, it's not doing anyone good at all. A legitimate charity will want your money today. They'll want it tomorrow, next week, next year. A scammer wants your money now. They call you on the phone or they say they have this great charity, but you still have to do your homework on the charity. Do they meet the Better Business Bureau standards for charitable accountability? We have 20 different standards. But again, the scammers just want that money quickly. They may go with a sound-alike name of somebody who may have donated in the past or a well-known charity. Again, it's best for you to go to the money you want to spend on these charities or give to the charities rather is go to the charity's website directly and do some research on them.
And there are a million, and then really a million is putting it very lightly, but packages that are just flowing all over the place. Everybody's waiting on something to come to them or something to get to your loved one. And this is an issue as well in so many different ways.
Right, especially the fake delivery ones. I think we all have gotten them, but they are increasing, especially around the holidays because everybody's buying online and are waiting for their package to show up, and all of a sudden there's an error, or we need more information. Click here, and it's actually not that particular delivery company's website. It's a mock website or mock, email, making it look like it's the real thing, and then they're asking you for personal information, or they may ask for your credit card. There's not enough postage on it or not enough delivery fees or whatever it may be. And again, it's that 30-minute rule is that they want you to do something quickly. And people, how did they know I was getting something from UPS or FedEx or whomever? It's that they're sending it to everybody and seeing who would clicks the links. And again, if something asks you to do something quickly, you just don't do it. You've got to do the research on them. And especially clicking a link out of the blue, that's something you should not do. And even answering your phone. We always suggest the Better Business Bureau, if you Unless they're in your caller ID that you're in your group, don't answer. Let it go to voicemail because they want to find a live victim.
How are people twisting advent calendars of all things?
Well, they shifted this the last few years to advent calendars, saying they got these great advent calendars with great coupons, offers, ideas in the back, but they just want you to pay for this calendar, and then you never get the calendar, or you get a calendar that was not as promised, given to you as promised. So they shifted that to something new. It's always a new twist on an old scam. So they're picking advent calendars now. So if you see an offer for an advent calendar and they have all these great offers, yeah, I would look twice and not fall for that bait.
When you talk about a new twist on an old scam, one of the oldest has to be puppy scams, especially this time when so many people are like, "Oh, that's what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get a cute little puppy for my kids for Christmas or something." Your significant other, or whomever it may be. Everyone loves a cute little puppy.
They do. Unfortunately, the scammers love to try to separate you from your money on this as well. So always around the holidays, we see an increase in especially puppy scams or cats or whatever animal it may be. We've got a lot of local victims in Chicago area that have been duped by these. So basically, they put these ads out there, these beautiful looking dogs, cute as button. They're really they're on the same website. They're the same dog or the same cat, whatever it may be. They say they have to get rid of it quickly, and then they ask you for either wiring money or they ask you to send gift cards or something like that, unconventional payment methods. But what we call the tip off to the rip off is that you can't meet the dog, you can't meet the breeder. That is the warning sign. If you can't meet them, then it's usually most likely a scam because they just want to get your money. And then once they get the first part of your money, then they're going to say, okay, the dog needs shots now, or the cage needs to be bigger, or I need to take it to a vet. And since you already have money invested, you keep giving them money. And then you realize when you keep giving them money that it's a scam, then it's too late. You have giving them so much. We had a woman in Glencoe that's lost $1,000
Oh,
a couple of weeks ago. She was trying to buy a cat online. And then when you do the reverse Google search of that picture of that cat on that website, it was on thousands of websites.
oh.
So you gotta be very careful. Meet the breeder. There's a lot of animal shelters in your area. But again, the key is meeting them and meeting the dog first before giving them any payment.
Yeah, and even going to a safe place to meet them, that's a whole nother issue. People going to a place and then getting ripped off that way. Sometimes the tip off to the rip off is where they ask you to meet them.
Exactly. You could be somewhere, you can meet somewhere that's usually not in a public place or area. People have lost their lives to these types of meets. So it's best if you are going to meet somebody. Most police stations, I know all Chicago police departments allow to have the transactions done in their lobbies. Most of the Suburbans have those ability as well, but meet them in a public place, not an apartment building or not down some random street. Even if it's a too good to be true offer, and that's what they entice you by. Oh, I got this great phone I got to get rid of. I'm leaving town, or I'm leaving on the military duty, or something like that. Again, there's countless lives that are lost each and every year by those meets.
Lumps of coals for everyone that put somebody through that. Steve, thank you so much for your time and going through the 12 scams of Christmas with us.
My pleasure. Happy holidays.
All right, same to you.